There has been some progress, but not enough to get those thousands of nurses back on the job.
CBS2's Bauman is live at Montefiore Medical Center in the Norwood section of the Bronx tonight. Allie?
Well, Christina, Maurice, Montefiore is in negotiations with the union as we speak, but Mount Sinai talks are still stalled there for the night. The union claims there are hundreds of vacancies at both hospitals, and the nurses will not return to work until that's resolved. So it looks like this strike could be headed into its third day.
The nurses here are outside because we need better for ourselves and for our community, and we will continue to fight until that happens.
ICU nurse Michelle Gonzalez is leading the charge for the union at Montefiore Medical Center, but we first met her in March 2020 when she said Montefiore was telling nurses to reuse the same mask for days at a time.
As healthcare workers, we're scared.
Now, almost 3 years later, she's at the table negotiating a new contract.
There's nurses who have left nursing forever because of the trauma that they got during 2020. And I think that's what we're trying to address here, and to kind of correct things, to make it a place where people feel safe working again.
After 4 months of negotiations and 2 days of strikes at Montefiore and Mount Sinai in East Harlem, both hospitals have offered a 19% pay raise over 3 years. But the thousands of nurses on the picket lines maintain their top priority is for the hospitals to hire more staff.
It's not really fair that you can't dedicate the time that's needed to each patient because there's not enough staff to take care of these patients.
Mount Sinai administration blames their vacancies on a worker shortage.
We've hired more than 2,600 nurses in the life of our contract over the past 4 years. We have a retention issue consistent with the rest of the country. Nationally, we're in a workforce crisis.
Nurses at both hospitals disagree and say there are plenty of people applying.
I'm walking around the neighborhood hearing people, how do I get into Montefiore? If there's a nursing shortage and there's nurses who are looking for jobs in this community, we should be hiring them.
Until a deal is reached, the hospitals are spending millions of dollars on traveling nurses and are diverting some patients to other facilities.
And right now, even though we're out here, most of us, all of us, are thinking about our patients inside and what kind of care they're receiving right now while we're out here.
Well, today, Mount Sinai's West and Morningside voted to ratify their new contracts. But at Mount Sinai's main campus, there isn't even a bargaining session scheduled. We're live outside Montefiore Medical Center in the Bronx. Allie Bauman, CBS2 News.
Allie, thank you.